Building an AI voice agent that does outbound calls and cold calls your leads has never been more easier. So with 11 Labs platform, we can create an outbound voice AI agent that cold calls your leads every single day. Now, as you can see, we have an outbound option right here, which I'm about to show you within this video. First of all, what you want to do is you want to sign up to your 11 Labs account. If you don't have 11 Labs account, you have one link down below. You can sign up and get some free credits to get started. So from there, and if you haven't noticed, like 11 Labs have upgraded, like they had a major upgrade when it comes to these agents. So yeah, these agents are very good right now, especially for outbound. So we go to agents, and what we want to do is we want to go to new agent here. And as you can see here, it will ask you whether you want a personal agent or a business agent. Now, for me personally, I will go with a business agent. Although you can go with blank agent, it's going to be the same. Just business agent is going to fill out the prompt and stuff like that. You can change that later. So we go with business agent. And here, as you can see, you need to select your niche. So for us, what we're going to be covering here is we're going to go for hospitality and travel. And then we're going to go with outbound sales. So make sure to click outbound sales. That way you will let 11 Labs know that you want outbound sales, okay? So as you can see, it's going to be called Medical AI Voice Agent. Now, the main goal here is to call leads and close them, okay? You can make this much better, like with ChatGPT. Maybe you can paste it here, but yeah, audio will not be processed and only text will be used. This is if you want chat only, but we don't want chat only. We want to create an agent here. So let's create an agent here and let's see what we can do with it. Okay, as you can see, we are here in our workflow. So we have the agent, workflow, branches, knowledge base, analysis, tools, tests, widget, security, and advanced. So obviously from here, what we want to do, you can also add apps here, which is really cool. So you can copy prompt for Codex, for Blackbox, for Claude. Again, you know, that's something you can do. Now here, what you can do is, as you can see, this is a system prompt. So this is going to be the brain, the power of the AI voice agent. Now, although this is a brain of AI voice agent, we have a second brain, which is knowledge base. So in this case, personality, what I like to do is I usually like to copy this to ChatGPT. I like to describe the business that I'm in and what I'm doing, the website and everything, and then ChatGPT will give me similar prompt to this one. You can also go here, generate with AI, and you can just describe the type of agent you would like to configure. Again, here is where you need to spend most of your time. This is where you need to actually go and describe the type of business you have and what you are trying to achieve with your agent, okay? So that's something you want to do right in here. Now, let's say we are good with this. We can go to the, obviously here, setting the time zone. So you can set the time zone. For example, I'm in Croatia, so I'll put Europe, Zagreb here. Now for the voices, you have your custom voices from before. If you ever use 11 Labs, if you haven't used 11 Labs, make sure to create your custom voices. As you can see, I have Eric here, but I have a lot of other voices right here, like Donovan, Emma, Ryan, you know, whatever I want, I can go to my voices too. And here I can also go and use some of my voices that I have, custom voices. So you can create your custom voices that sound really realistic, especially with 11 Labs. You know, they have a new way of cloning the voices, which is really cool. So expressive mode is something new here. You can enhance your agent with emotionally intelligent speech, natural intonation, basically realistic stuff. So we want to enable this. And this is a V3 conversation, as you can see right here. Now for this, we can just choose some of our voices here, like let's choose, I think we have Samantha here somewhere, or not. Samantha escaped somewhere. So we're going to go with Sally. Sally is a good one. And then here you can have suggested audio tags. So the better, like the more audio tags you have, the better it will be. So it depends really what niche you're in. So currently we're in medical niche. Patient is quite good. You can explain when the agent should use this audio tag. Excited, you know, for example, excited can be when someone is interested in a service. patient is when you are listening to someone and you want to help them. So yeah, you can kind of adjust these emotional tags. And yeah, expressive mode is always recommended. As I said, additional languages, again, you can add your own language here if you want. I have English. And then LLM is going to be Gemini 2.5 Flash, but you can use other LLMs like GPT-5. And again, most LLMs will be more expensive. This one that we're using right here is quite cheap. As you can see, for GPT-5, it costs much more than this. So yeah, you can kind of, test this out for yourself. You can also have custom LLM here. You can adjust that if you want. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So this is the first message. So it says, hi, I'm calling with some exclusive offers for hotel resort name. Do you have a quick moment? So again, that's something that you can do here. You can, interruptible. Like that's good if you have this, because someone will, when you're calling someone, they will say, okay, in the middle of your sentence, they will say, okay, I'm not interested, or something like that, right? So again, make sure to make this first message as best as it can be, okay? So that's the first thing. Now, obviously, we can publish this right here. We can publish it here. Now, publishing it just means you're saving it. Obviously, you're also publishing it at the same time. Now, this is the workflow. So to enable workflow is obviously you have the start, and then you can add like a new sub agent here. And again, the workflow works in a way where you're setting up or extending the system prompt with instructions for specific happenings during the call. So for example, let's say someone asks, how did you get my number, right? Then you have this sub agent that you can create right here, and you can adjust this by your own options. Again, you have knowledge base for that too. You can add a document for that specific use case. So let's say someone is asking for a number, you can add a document here for that specific use case. You can also add tools, like built-in tools, like for example, you can inherit custom tools, or you can disable that and enable the end conversation tools. So again, it really depends what you want to do. And you can also add tests here. So make sure to test your agent before you actually go and use this agent. And again, here you can change the voice, stuff like that. So you have your sub agent here. So that's the workflow. Usually, if you do the prompting in a good way, you don't need workflows. However, workflow is always good to have. So branches, again, branches is just like the main branch we have right here. We can enable branch protection. This is the branch where we are deploying our agent, and we can also adjust the traffic split. So how many leads is this branch going to call? So this branch is for this agent. So yeah, we can go to the next one. Now, for the knowledge base, what you can do is you can obviously configure RAG agent. So if you're familiar with RAG agents, it's essentially a database agent. So you can configure a RAG right here. You can enable RAG. And this is kind of complex for beginners. But essentially, RAG agents are equipped with a lot of knowledge to read from the documents, whether the documents, for example, in your knowledge base, you're adding documents like PDFs with images, maybe videos, and RAG agents is where they excel at reading those data points, okay? So you can enable it or disable it. For beginners, you can disable it. If you want a much more robust system, I would enable it. You can add a document here. You can add a URL. So for example, if I add a URL, if I go here to my website, this is my agency website, I can copy that. I can paste it right here, a single URL, and I can also do the whole website. So max number of URLs, let's say I have 10, I can just do 10, and I can add the website here. And this will go through my website. It will crawl through my website. And then I can just close the dialog right now. So we can enable RAG for this document. As you can see, if it says red, make sure to enable it, because then it will give you better results for the knowledge base. Okay, so once you have this, obviously this is being done. We go to analysis. Now this is where you can define criteria to evaluate whether conversations were successful or not. And then based on that criteria, 11 Labs will do better next time. So in this case, you can obviously, there are no conversations found because you actually do that in the testing phases. So in the tests, and then you get here, and then you can you can act as a judge, and you can define, you know, criteria for yourself and data points. So whether this call was good or not. And then we have tools. Now, tools are really, really important if you want your agent to be smarter. So obviously, the first layer of an agent being smart is the prompt. The second layer is knowledge base. And the third layer are tools. So tools are really important. You can add tools here. And as you can see, you can add calendar tools, for example. So if you're adding calendar tools, you can add like integration tool as well. I will show you that. You haven't connected any integrations yet, so that's in the integrations. So if we obviously, you know, want to publish this, we'll go into integrations in a second. But MCPs, you can also add MCP servers right here. So the agent has no connected MCP servers. You can add a new custom MCP server, and as you can see, we can do that right here. And let's say we want to add a new server. Here you need to add a name, description, the server type, and stuff like that. Now I'll show you a couple of things when it comes to MCP servers right now. So this website right here has a lot of MCP servers that you can adjust and add into your 11 labs. And this is really cool. It's called mcpservers.org. And you have a lot of different MCP tools, like you have web scraping, so your outbound AI voice agent can scrape the web. You have, you know, some of the official ones like create crafted UI components. So each MCP server is doing an action that your AI voice agent can do. So again, you can kind of go to the MCP server, you can read the documentation, and then from there you can add a server right here, and you can add a name, description, and obviously the SEC, streamable HTTP. Some MCP servers have SEC, some have streamable HTTP. You can also add the headers here, and tool approval mode, always ask or no approval, fine-grained. However, like for most of you, you won't really need MCP servers, you will need tools. And for that, let's just publish here, and let's publish that so everything is done. By the way, when you're publishing, if you're seeing something green, something red, it doesn't matter if your outbound agent is going to work or not. You still want to test it. So add the tool here, and as you can see, we can add a webhook tool, which can be connected to NA10, or we can add an integration tool, okay? So if we add an integration tool, we can go to integrations, and we can add an integration. Now, as you can see, you have custom MCP servers, you have all the integrations that you need are pretty much here, like you have CRMs, you have customer support, you know, scheduling, even cal.com, you have search. So for the other integrations, like third-party integrations, you will need to go, you will need to go and add them through the NA10, which we did create a tutorial on that, on how you can do that. So make sure to check that out on our channel. But yeah, let's go to this one. Again, we just click on it and we're back here where we left off. Okay, so again, you can add tools. We have calendar here, for example, and this is how this calendar tool works. So the tool is being called from our URL, which is a webhook tool, webhook URL, and then we call the calendar when user asks. Okay, but again, this is for this is for like more advanced like use case. But yeah, you can do that if you want. And then we have tests. Now you can add the test right here, for example, and you can create a new test. And as you can see, you can go here and you can basically test this, from A to Z. So you can describe the expected next message. And by the way, this is going to be mostly be by text. But then if you wanna have an outbound to call your number, I will show you that as well in this video. So you have widget right here. Now a widget is essentially this right here. You don't really need that for outbound. I mean, you can potentially do that for outbound, but yeah, if your goal is just to call someone and to cold call your leads, then you don't need that, okay? Security, obviously, you can enable authentication, require users to authenticate before connecting to the agent. Again, for outbound, you won't really need that. Allow list, there is no allow list specified. Any host will be able to connect to this agent. So obviously, allow list, you can add a host, but I will skip this for now because you don't actually need that right now. And you have other things right here which are not really that important, okay? So as you can see here, you also have advanced automatic speech recognition, create text-only conversations. We don't need that. Scribe is to transcribe your calls. And then that's pretty much it. You can hit publish. Once you hit publish here, you can go and you can preview this agent. You can call this agent. So yeah, let's just call the agent. Let's see how it works.
Hi, I'm calling with some exclusive offers for hotel/resort name. Do you have a quick moment?
Yeah, I actually do. What are you calling about?
Excellent. My name is Blake, and I'm with your company name. We specialize in innovative hospitality solutions designed to significantly boost guest satisfaction.
I'm not really interested.
I understand you might be busy, but many of our partners initially felt the same way until they saw how our solutions directly.
So as you can see, this is just an example. This AI agent is a little bit more enthusiastic, as you can see. It is on the slower end as well. You can speed it up if you go to your agents. And if you go to your agent and then you can go to the agent itself, and when you're adjusting these voices, you can go and you can adjust these voices like common voice settings right here. So you can adjust those right here, or you can also go to your, I think if we add additional voice here, we can do that, or here, I think. Then my voices, then if I select Sally, I actually need to go and I actually need to do that in the voices. But yeah, you can adjust those in here. Now, if you want to call outbound, you can go here to outbound. And as you can see, you can create a batch call, telephony. Now, if I click telephony, I can go here and I can add the phone number, as you can see. So you can create a batch call from a specific phone number, which we do not have right now. So before you actually go to outbound, you need to go to phone numbers and you need to import your phone number. You can import your phone number from Twilio or from ZipTrunk. I will leave some resources below how to import a number from Twilio. We did create a video on that as well. And then you can also use WhatsApp too. So you can import account from WhatsApp. And as you can see, it will go here and it will ask me for importing the account. But yeah, first, after you finish the agent, you want to make sure you have a phone number. Then you go to outbound. Then you create a batch call telephony. And then you go in here and yeah, you select the phone number, which you will have only one. You enter the batch name, for example, first 100 calls. And then you upload the recipients. Again, the recipients, the formatting needs to be in a CSV or XLS. And the phone number column is required. You can also pass certain overrides and any other columns like name, phone number, language. And then you can send immediately or you can schedule it for a specific time. So I hope this kind of gave you an example or overview of how this works and how you can build a voice AI agent that calls leads. If you want to check it out, the 11 Labs is down in the description. The link, I think 11 Labs is the easiest way to get started with this because the UI is just very simple and any beginner can go in here and build their own outbound AI voice agent. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one.